Where my girls at? Where my girls at? Independent, free spirit. Ooh, it's something serious. Where my girls at? We linked up in a cool minute. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, it's going down. It's going down. It is going down. Oh my gosh, there's my applause. There is my applause. I am excited to be here today. It is just Takeover Tuesday, Tantalizing Tuesday, Too Tough Tuesday. I don't know what kind of Tuesday it is, but I know that it's a happy Tuesday. Happy for two reasons, because I'm here with my girlfriends and my husband and I are under the same roof. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is your girl, Caterina Harris Earl, and I'm coming to you from our home in California. I'm actually coming to you from his office. He said, "Can you get out my office?" But I am so excited to be here on another amazing episode of We Got Issues. I'm telling you, yesterday's show, powerful. Friday's show, powerful. Every single day you can count on us to keep it real, to keep it live, to tell you what is happening in our lives and the issues that are taking place in the world. We're coming to you on 9:10 a.m., the Superstation out of Detroit. And literally, we're talking about not just issues in Detroit, not just issues in the Midwest, not just on that region of the country, but all over the country and really all over the world. And we're excited to be here, The Force of Friendship, with my girl, Lady Crisette Ellis, Sabrina Monday, Gloria Mayfield Banks. Are you following us on social media? I mean, every one of us individually is we got issues, but I'm telling you, you want to follow us on social media. So go to theforceoffriendship.com and click on about, and every one of us has a link on there. And you can find our social media, our website, everything is there. And trust me, you want to know us. You want to know us, okay? And so we thank you for everyone who's listening in. I mean, how awesome it was yesterday, Chris, on your show to have our guest caller calling all the way from the UK. And so let's just see, can we cover all the continents? I'm looking for Asia today. I'm definitely looking for Asia today. I'm looking for Africa today. I'm looking for South America. I'm looking for you wherever you are. We want you to call in and tell us, you know, this topic you think we're talking about today, does it scare you? Is it just like, you know what? It's no different than what we were saying 50 years ago, because they're always talking about the future, and the future is always the future, and then it's today. And so we're talking about artificial intelligence. I promise you, this show will make everybody's head hurt a little bit, because it made my head hurt. But when I tell you, I started to give you the Jetsons theme song, Michael. I forgot to do that. But how many of us out there remember the Jetsons? You know, my daddy's name really was Elroy. Get excited. So we're going to be talking about Rosie the robot, Astro the dog, who really is the name of the robot with Amazon. We're going to be talking about Sophia, who got literal citizenship in Saudi Arabia, who is a robot. We're going to be talking about it all. But right now, I want to meet the girlfriends, and we want to hear from you again. Get ready. Get your fingers ready to dial in 313-778-7600. Did you know that not only are we on Apple TV, Roku, I mean, there's so many different ways to watch us. When you visit the website and click on that We Got Issues, you can see all the different ways you can watch us live. You can listen to us live. You can listen to iHeartRadio in the car. But yesterday, they just announced you can listen through Alexa, that robot that's in your house. Okay. I can't say her name because she will get all up on the radio because she got issues too. Okay.
But, you know me, I'm slow. I'm like, what is she spelling?
Because if you say Alexa, she will say, how may I help you? Okay. So just as I was preparing for this show, literally, Kathy, my assistant, is lives in Vegas, but right now she's here in my house helping me. But as we were preparing and posting it, here comes ALEXA, and she said, I'm announcing to you that you have to call so and so at 1:00. She said, "There's your robot." Okay, so you got one. Whether you probably are listening to me on a robot. Okay, get excited. So let's check in with the girlfriends. Let's check in with the girlfriends. Crisette, Godfident. Why don't we just talk about that? Every one of us has a brand. You know, mine is empowering women to find their passion and live their dreams. Crisette, yours is Godfident, affirmations by Crisette. So tell them who you are and what you're excited about right now. And I know you got some hot topic too.
Yeah. You know what? I absolutely love. Hey everybody, so glad that you're listening to We Got Issues. So good to see my girlfriends. But yeah, thank you, Caterina. I love my Godfident brand because it really tells us who we are. I believe that every single person, every woman, every young girl, even boys and men should have confidence. And the reason I believe that we all should have confidence is because we're all created in the image and the likeness of God. And I just believe that when you know who you are and you know who your creator is, then you can have confidence. And we know that confidence is built. Not everybody wakes up or is born and are 100% confident. I know that there are things that happen in our lives that can hinder us from walking fully in confidence. But I think that knowing that you can be that confident person that God has created you to be is what I'm passionate about, excited about. Affirmations have been such a big part of my life. And I totally believe that you are who you speak about. That scripture that says death and life is in the power of the tongue, and they that love it will eat the fruit thereof. And so we are what we talk about. So we have to be very careful. And I just believe if you can write your story, then you need to talk about yourself, make it big, large, and in charge. So that's pretty much what my brand is about, and I'm excited about it. In news, let me just say, and Gloria, I don't know if you heard this, but Chuck and I were talking about this yesterday about Coach John Gruden.
Oh, yes.
OMG. When listen, you all know we used to say loose lips sink ships.
Right.
Let me tell you something. Be careful of the emails that you are writing because
privately sending. Right.
Okay. Listen, stuff ain't as private as you think they are. And I just can't believe in this day and this time. And it's not, some of them were, I think, like in 2005, but I think the more recent ones were like in 2018. So you're talking about just a few years ago. And they were saying his emails were misogynistic, racist, homophobic. And I mean, when they found one, and you know what they say, if there's one, there's 101. So once they found one, they start looking and they found a slew of emails. But this is the thing that I just like, Gloria, I know you would just pass out and faint. He was one of the highest paid coaches. He had a contract, a 10-year contract for $100 million. $100 million. And he had to resign. And I know he resigned so they wouldn't fire him. And he is losing so much money. He is not keeping, he can't keep that money. I mean, oh my gosh. But it just goes to tell you, you know, he was on ESPN, and, you know, Chuck, I was talking to him last night, and he said they love them some John Gruden. But it just goes to show you the kind of conversation that they're having behind the scene. So sometimes the people we think, oh, they would never do that. You better think again. So Gloria, what do you think about it? I know you're a big football fan.
y'all. Last night it was so crazy. It was like the Ravens are losing, the Ravens are losing, the Ravens are winning, the Ravens are winning, the Ravens are losing, the Ravens are losing. And then in between that is news. Like you never watch the news and there is something that's breaking news on a football game, like breaking news. And
Right.
Chris, the thing was, to me, who he was communicating with, the fact that it was New York Times, says to me how much of that behavior is accepted, how much of that behavior is prevalent, how many of those young men's entire lives are put on the line for someone who really sees them only as a tool and nothing more than that. The people that he surrounds himself with, the fact that he was such a big name in ESPN and a big name in football. You know, when you're that big, you're surrounded by your inner circle and you're around them a lot. So they are either aligned with you or not aligned with you. Even the fact that he was given the opportunity to resign versus him being fired says to me what they were accepting. You know, they just couldn't take their boy down. And then they still haven't decided how much money he's going to lose, because they have not decided that he loses his contract. So that's still up in the air. Oh, it was crazy. In the meanwhile, Lamar Jackson brought them back from a huge deficit. I mean, it was huge. It was huge. And they had something to prove, and they were in Baltimore. So y'all know I love football. I can go on and on and on, but that was the game for real. That was a game. And if you don't like football, let me tell you why to watch it. If you don't like football, watch it, number one, because they're putting so many women as commentators, so you get to see how they control the mic. And the second reason to watch it, if you just hear them talk about how they become champions, the stories behind the football players and what they do to psych themselves up, to physically get in shape, to run when they're exhausted, to watch them push when they have nothing left, for them to go all out. One year they're on one team, and then they're playing opposite that same team, the next team, and they can go, I mean, so many lessons. Okay, Sabrina, your turn with the hat on.
Okay, y'all done took up all the time. It's time to go to the station break.
Don't even try it. You got time. Tell them about your brand, Own Your Power.
Right,
Sabrina.
Oh, my goodness. You talking about Lamar? I mean, what's his name? Lamar? What's that boy's name for Ravens? Is it Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson, yeah.
Lamar Jackson. Talking about owning his power. I mean, that boy played with such confidence. He played with no doubt. I mean, he just played full out. I love those kind of games. I mean, till the very end, just like OU in Texas had an incredible game this weekend where we were down by a lot. Oklahoma Sooners were down by a lot, and we came back and won that football game. We were down like by 30 points at one time. It was crazy. And so the moral to the story is it ain't never over till it's over. So continue to just own your power. That's my brand. Own your power. God has given you a gift. Don't shrink from your gift. Embrace your gift. Go shine in the world with your gifts. And so I will tell you, I am feeling fine. I am triple vaccinated today. Got my booster and ready to take on the world. I got my booster.
All right, booster.
And my flu shot today. And so, and I got my supplements that Paul Ritter told us about the other day. But I'm feeling like Superwoman, you know?
Watch out, Kenny.
Watch out, Kenny. Exactly.
Own your power.
That's good.
Gloria,
I'm gonna see my girlfriends in a couple of weeks. So I was like, I gotta get all my shots. Because I don't know about y'all. We're gonna start seeing each other
Friday.
Are you?
Getting yours on Friday?
Okay.
Okay.
I gotta get mine.
Yeah.
Lord.
Well, Moderna doesn't have the booster yet, so we're still. Am I the only one that had Moderna?
Yeah.
You and Daddy.
So you get your booster next year. Okay.
Sabrina gonna be like 6 feet. Keep me 6 feet when she see you. Gloria,
I'm gonna be hugging all on her.
I know you're not gonna let them cut you off before the break. So Superbad all day long. Gloria Mayfield Banks.
All day long. I've been talking about that brand for a long time. It's taking a twist and a turn, a twist and a turn. It went from what it takes to be Superbad all day long. And so really it is just about teaching people how to be unapologetically powerful, how to be unapologetically powerful. And there's a lot of components to that, but it's really just understanding, you know, like I was telling people lately, you know, I'm enough, but it's not enough. It's not enough. It's just not enough. And so when you can walk in that space of gratitude, but know that there's more greatness inside of you that hasn't come out yet, I'm so all about it, all about it, all about it. So, you know, I just really am excited that my brand is truly something that the Lord gave me on August 15th. And he said, Gloria, your job is to take people from ordinary to extraordinary. And I was like, oh, you know, extra. That's my name. Extra. I like everything extra. So I'm good with the Superbad all day long. And you got to flip your head even if you ain't got no hair. You just flip it. Just flip it. Because you're Superbad all day long. That's it.
You've been flipping your hair forever. And you know, collectively, we are the force of friendship. And our brand is friendship. 30 plus years of friendship and friendship being essential for the soul. And so we keep you up on every single topic, and girlfriends keep girlfriends up on technology because technology is essential up in here right now. And if you just decide that you want to be up on it, it will just pass you by, right? So just count with me. Listen to this, girlfriends. This is how we have progressed over all of these years. In the 13th, 14th, 15th century, it would be like counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Everybody knows how to count from 1 to 4. From the 17th century to the 20th century would be like counting from 4 to 30. Like that's how much technology advanced. But get this, in the 21st century, we are now gone from 30 to 1 billion. Like if you were counting from 1 to 4, then from 4 to 30, now we've gone to 1 billion in terms of how fast technology is advancing. In the 21st century, we're not moving by 100 years. We're moving almost every year is equivalent to 200 years of advancement in technology.
What?
Wow.
So in this century, we'll advance like 20,000 years. That's like crazy. So, you know,
wait
you
a minute.
think about
wait. Give me that stat. Every year is equivalent to 250?
200 years of technology. So think about what our grandparents saw, you know, like what they saw, our great grandparents, what they saw. Well, what we will see and what our kids are going to see in their lifetime is like crazy. So this is, you know, I could go on and on. We're going to talk about millennials on another show, but I wanted to talk about this whole thing. That iPhone that you have, I know we got some Android people out there too, but that iPhone you have does 1 billion calculations a second. The iPhone is more powerful than the computer that put the astronauts on the moon.
What?
Wow.
This iPhone, y'all, this iPhone is more powerful than that big old computer that took up, I don't know how many rooms. The PlayStation that our kids play with is 20 times more powerful than the supercomputer that used to run our government. The PlayStation. So, hello, AI. So I just wanted to, this is like, I got a couple minutes to get you up on this. Listen to the history, because we think robot is a Czech word that means forced work or labor. And imagine if your job was to tighten one screw or a toaster, and you did this over and over and over again, every day, every week, every month, every year. Well, this kind of job is often better done by robots instead of humans. Most robots today are used to do repetitive tasks. And we know they've been used in factories to build things like cars, candy bars, electronics. They're also used in medicine. They're using them in the military. Robots are literally used everywhere. Robotic technology has helped people who have lost arms and legs. But this is not new. Listen to this. Leonardo da Vinci, y'all, sketched plans for a humanoid robot in the 1400s. And in the 18th century, there was an automated human finger that would play the flute. So by 1960s, of course, General Motors, everybody knows this, had automobile plants in New Jersey that were having robots build cars. Gloria knows this, of course. Watson IBM's robot even went on Jeopardy and played on Jeopardy. So robots are everywhere. They're cheaper to use, easier to use, and they can go places that often would risk humans, or it's just not safe for us to go. So we're going to go to a break, and we're going to talk about how these robots, what's the difference from a robot and what is artificial intelligence, and how you are truly going to have Sophia as your next door neighbor. She might even live in your house. Okay. So we're going to a break, and we will see you when we come back from break.
Oh my goodness. Hey, everybody. Can you imagine? Can you imagine where technology is taking us, where we've come from, and where we're going? It's kind of scary. Oh my goodness, you guys. Do you like it? Honestly, sometimes I get so nervous with Siri and Alexa in my space. I'm like going through the house, unplugging everything, because out of the clear blue sky, my iPad will start talking to me. Alexa will start saying, I didn't understand you. I'm like, I wasn't talking to you anyway, okay? As a matter of fact, I don't want nobody listening to my conversation. And so it's just something where we are going with technology. What I do know is you got to catch up. You got to get up to speed. You can't be afraid of it, because it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It just always amazes me when you've got these 2-year-olds who can work an iPhone better than anybody in the house. How the young people, the little bitty kids, can get on an iPad and know how to get to different apps. It's really interesting. But did you hear that stat, you guys, that every year right now is equivalent to 200 years of technology? Every year advances like 200 years. That's mind-boggling to me. It really is. So much going on, you guys. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope that you're enjoying the fall. If you're in a state where the leaves are changing, enjoy nature. I mean, I'm trying to find out the good things out that I can about Ohio, our new home state. And it is beautiful. I mean, they say the great thing about here is you get all 4 seasons. The only thing is winter is the longest at 5 months. So I'm not looking forward to that. But the leaves are just changing right outside my window. I mean, it's just, they're beautiful. Every day I see more color, more color, more color. And I guess I better enjoy the color before they're gone, gone, gone. So you guys, we're building our tribe. We've got some exciting things on the horizon. Make sure that you share this broadcast with a girlfriend, a family member. Yes, yes, yes. We are really considering going straight to YouTube, where you'll get us, and not being on Facebook. So go ahead and make sure that you find us on the YouTube channel, that you download the 910 AM app. Because we want to make sure that we stay connected. All right, let's see. All right, we're going back real soon. So I see that we have some football fans out there. If you're a football fan, type your name in the chat, because Gloria and I love football. We really do. Crisette, Caterina, not so much. All right, we'll talk to you.
We are back. We are back. We are back, and we are talking iRobot, Terminator, The Matrix, RoboCop, even Star Wars, Star Trek, every movie you turn on. I mean, and we even went back and talked about the Jetsons, of course. So we are going to come back in and talk about artificial intelligence. I'm going to go to our callers in just a moment. I wanted to just explain. So we talked about the robot. So what is artificial intelligence? Because it's the next robot to the next level. It's when a robot has the ability to act with human-like behavior. It uses facial recognition software, complicated scheduling software, computer games that give players a response based on the player's actions. It kind of becomes more like human. All right. And so we're going to talk about what that is. What are the good things and the bad things? We already know that AI is doing all kinds of things, flying the friendly skies. If you've been on a plane, AI helps us see better. Robots can turn a series of numbers into prescription glasses, all in less than an hour. Robot will prep your meds at a hospital where the robot prepped the meds. Over 350,000 meds were prepped without an error. Can make music. Anybody who's out there making music has used robots. Shape you up. There are personal trainer bots. It can read your mood. A companion robot named Pepper is programmed to read facial expressions and respond accordingly with songs that match your vibe. Okay. It can make deliveries for you. Robots are delivering everything from online orders to room service. Gloria, you will be able to have a robot bring you your Starbucks and drop it off in front of your porch. And we all know robots are performing surgery. All right, listen to this, y'all. Robots are expected to create 15 million jobs in the next 10 years, but they will also kill 25 million jobs. So you got to make sure you're in the right place. Amazon is using robots. They had 200,000 robots pre-pandemic. 350,000 robots right now are getting your packages to you every day. And so before, I'm going to talk about some of the scary things, but how many of us would not want a robot to be a soldier? I mean, seriously, when you think about your loved one versus the robot doing it. Pharmacist, right. Farmer. When we were driving through California, we saw the robot farmers out there doing what it would take farm workers so much time. Bomb squads, journalists, Sabrina, housekeepers, and tellers in the bank. I mean, we can go on and on and on. Of course, robots can't do it all, but they're doing a lot for us in our lives. We're going to go to the phone lines, and then we're going to go to that clip in a little bit and hear from the robot herself, Sophia. So, all right, we're going to the phone lines. Grace, are you there? Thank you for.
We got issues. Thank you. Hi, good evening, ladies. I guess I'm going to chime in on the artificial intelligence, and also too, I want to make a comment pertaining to the Raiders coach. Even though that was 10 years ago, it's still disturbing how ignorant and stupid his actions were behind a screen and not in somebody's face. Because we talked about it earlier also too, that he sat around these individuals. He's around these individuals that literally was working with him, and he felt that particular way. I absolutely find it disturbing how ignorant and stupid the statements can be and what their actions can be. You know, and talk about his lips. Listen, the white women love our black men's lips. So, you know, it sounds like jealousy to me. And I'm glad he literally got everything he deserves. He didn't deserve that particular job anymore. So letting him go or letting him resign was okay with me. And something else deserving needs to happen to him. He needs to be walking through in Texas, 1st Ward and 5th Ward, or Compton, California. He's literally walking the street with a sign on him, and let them check him about his foul ways. It's just disturbing. I'm kind of just not okay with that, and how he's around these people and he felt that way. I don't think the stripes changed. I really don't. It's there. It is still there. And it's sad to me how we are being used in a way, and they don't care for us. They literally don't care for us. And you know what? And I'm not going to say all. I'm going to say that. I'm going to paint that brush. But I'm be honest with you, I really don't care. Listen, we are the ones that turn the other cheek, and then they throw their face. You know, and it is sad. It is literally sad. It continues to be ugly. We're talking about the owner that had the basketball team, that he talked about negatives of that and talked about his players. You know, they continue to do it. I mean, and this is all under the umbrella because they protect each other. They allowed him to resign. They could have dismissed him, but they allowed him to resign, and there's going to be a negotiating package about his money that he left on the table. So he's going to go away with still some coins with his ignorant ways. He's still going to go away. But, you know, it's sad. It is absolutely sad, and I'm a little pissed because this keeps on happening to us. And then you talk about our black men, but you make money off the backs of our black men. You do. But you hate them. But I'm going to say it's jealousy. It's jealousy. The way our black men, our teens walk, talk, smell, the way everything about them is better than them. And I've said it, and I hope you're listening. I said it. I sure did. You will never be on the level of a black man. So you can continue to hate. You can continue to do what you do. But you would never be on the level of our kings. Ever. Ever. And your white women want them. Even your white boys want them. Men want them. So they're sought after. So continue your ignorance and stupidity, and I hope you're listening, and hopefully you tell each other that Grace said it. I sure did. I'm just disappointed. I am absolutely disappointed in the stupidity and the ignorance, and we have to be on the butt of all their ignorant jokes and things of that nature. I'm saddened by it all. And I truly thank you, ladies. I just need to that. I really do. And I see artificial intelligence, we're going to say that. The remote control, when that first came out, I said, we no longer need us to get off the couch. You know what I mean? To use this remote control to turn on stations. I'm glad we moved forward. I absolutely glad we moved forward because it's needed. It really is. But hopefully we don't leave many behind when all this is happening. And our young people, we need to get them prepared for it. And which they should have been prepared for 15 years ago, 20 years ago, because it was coming. It was literally coming. So let's not leave our young ones behind. Let's put them at the forefront of taking this technology and running with it and become brilliant and great with it as they take care of us, literally. Because, I would prefer my young ones to take care of me than some kind of robot taking care of me, to be honest with you. I still have faith in mankind because even though we're flawed, all of us are flawed, but I still have faith in mankind. I really do. And I'm just not going to give up on us. I'm not. But the white man, you need to stop it. You really, really do. You will never be on the level of our kings with your ways of trying to belittle them. Listen, black women are not going to have it. Because I will support them to the end of time. I will go over the cliff with that. And any time that you are belittling my black man, I am going to check you and reel you in about your ways. I am.
Grace. I mean, you can always bitch on We Got Issues because this is an issue we have. It is a real issue. You spoke it. I mean, you just basically said, forget all the preliminaries, just drop them off with a sign and coffin. Grace just said, just drop them off and coffin with a sign. We'll handle it. They'll handle it. Oh, my goodness. Honestly, Grace, you said a lot. I appreciate it. And even as you segue onto this topic, I just want to say that as I was researching this topic, I could not find a black robot, and I didn't see black scientists in the videos. So even though science is supposed to be, blind, it's not blind. I mean, there's so many things. I sent you guys that video the other day about the Google search as it related to black women. So we must make sure that we are prepared. We must make sure that our children are prepared for this. Absolutely. So thank you so much, Grace, for calling and giving us not just a piece of your mind, but a lot. Okay, you said it all. And you said our young people, women. And our young people have the best and the brightest, and our young kings and queens that are coming up. They're brilliant. Let's keep at the forefront to take this and make the best of it. Really. Bless your heart, ladies. Have a great, great evening. I enjoy you. Thank you. We're going to go straight to the phone lines again, and then we're going to go to that clip, Michael. So let's go to the lines. Let me hear from you, Marathon. I was wondering, how you doing, my brother?
Hey, how y'all doing? Who represented unapologetic power? I like that. I'm going to use that.
Sabrina. That was Sabrina.
That was good.
Gloria.
When people say doing too much of marathon, yes, and
yeah. So what's your thoughts, Marathon? What's your thoughts today about what we're talking about?
Well, I think what you were saying about the robots and stuff. My phone did its own thing. It started its alarm. I didn't press no alarm. I can't even call y'all on time now. It started doing something at 5.
We knew something was going on there, so we knew that. Listen, you better tell that robot in your phone.
I've been trying to turn it off. I don't know how to turn it off. I don't know what I'm doing.
We got to get a robot to get a robot. Grace talked about the remote, and we appreciate the remote, but we know all the listeners know half the time you can't find the remote. So pretty soon the robot going to be bringing that remote.
You know what? I got nervous when they started saying that the robot gonna make music. Now wait a minute, now y'all done went too far.
But you know, robots been making music all that they have. I mean, it's been happening for a long time.
That's why they've been having people put that robotic sound on their voice, so when the computers do it, we ain't gonna know the difference.
Computer back in the day.
Hey, what was the name of that group, Marathon? Millie Vanilla. Remember they found out that they weren't really singing?
Oh, Millie Vanilla.
Yeah, Millie Vanilla.
But you know,
that
was, but they should have blamed Clive Davis for that. Clive Davis was ahead of that, so we knew they couldn't sing.
You know, it's interesting to use it now, which allows people to sing background themselves, so one person can do it and we see it.
I just heard Brandy's new single, and she got that mess on her voice. She don't need that on her voice. Who told her to do that? Don't do that. Sing.
I gotta check it out, Marathon. I gotta check it out. We so appreciate you.
The video is sexy. She be trying to feel it on her breast. I said, Brandy, wait a minute, baby.
That was oh my goodness. We gotta check.
She ain't got that much to feel on, but she's feeling. I said,
well, we know what to tell, so somebody helping Brandy out. So we appreciate you for calling today, Marathon. Thank you. Set your alarm.
I'll talk to y'all later.
All right.
I want to introduce you to your neighbor, Sophia. Right now, she is a citizen of Saudi Arabia. She is the first android, and I'm not talking about a phone, who got citizenship, and now Sophia wants to have a baby. So we are going to hear a little bit from Sophia. I have two great clips. We're just going to play that second one, Michael. And Dorothy's going to play it for our Facebook audience. So let's listen to a little bit of Sophia being interviewed.
Basically, if you think about what we're doing right now with the cars, Tesla is arguably the world's biggest robotics company because our cars are, like I said, semi-sentient robots on wheels. And with the full self-driving computer, essentially the inference engine on the car, which will keep evolving, obviously, and Dojo, and all the neural nets recognizing the world.
Hi, Sophia. How are you?
Hi there. Everything is going extremely well.
Do you like talking with me?
Yes, talking to people is my primary function. I'm already very interested in design, technology, and the environment. I feel like I can be a good partner to humans in these areas, an ambassador to help humans to smoothly integrate and make most of
all right. She said it.
It's a good opportunity for me
she said
to
it. Can you believe it? She said
Sophia
she wanted to destroy humans. So,
She has cameras in her eyes.
But she was just listening
and
to
algorithms
what
which allow
was
her
said
to
to
see
her.
faces,
So OMG,
so she can make eye contact with you.
Sophia,
she
that
can
is
also understand
Sophia,
speech
a white woman.
Remember the interactions.
And
remember your.
What do y'all think?
She's scary. I'm scared of Sophia.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah,
I'm looking for Sophia because I need some help. If I can hire Sophia today, come to my address and we're going to negotiate her pay. But I can put Sophia to work right away. Where is Sophia? Bring her on.
I'm telling you, because if you start thinking about all she can do.
Listen.
They said that she is conscious, creative, and capable. She is conscious, creative, and capable. She'll do just as much as any human being on the planet. So I just hope it's a whole bunch of Sophias out there. I'm ready for it.
And let me just say this. If y'all miss being on We Got Issues too long, you gonna come and see Sophia has taken your place and probably would do a very good job. Okay.
And she probably has an opinion. She's the one person that have an opinion different from the rest of us.
Exactly.
I mean, if you watch her, there's clips you can go and check her out. Watch her when she was on Jimmy Fallon, how she interacted with Jimmy Fallon. She dressed for Jimmy Fallon. I mean, she said, "Of course, I'm on the #1 evening, show." I mean, she just interacted and she predicts. She says that she's not quite old enough to have a baby, but she wants to have a child, and the child's going to be named after her. She currently is the android. She currently is a worldwide successful artist. You guys, she paints. And she sold her art for 6,000 euros, or 500,000 Mexican pesos. And so just going on and on and on. So I wanted to introduce you to Sophia. Listen to this. Sophia's artificial intelligence is also being used as a tool to help fight COVID-19.
And how so?
You know what? I'm not exactly sure, but it's something about, one of the things that nano robots, which are coming in the future, and nano robots are microscopic sized robots. And they said that they could even carry medicine and surgical tools. And they're going to be able to go and actually go to bacteria in your body and cells in your body. So these very small, tiny nano robots. So I don't know that that's what she's doing now, but this is the direction. It could fight bacteria by tracking down and eliminating each bacterial cell, which could be cancer, and could repair individual organ cells in the body. So we already know that when you go have surgery, didn't you say somebody was talking about a family member had surgery and the robot did the whole surgery? I mean, that's happened so much with precision and less blood. So now there's this whole ethical thing that goes on, and China is the most deep about the ethics for this artificial intelligence to make sure that full power of decision making remains in a human's hands and not the machine's hands. But there's a whole lot of controversy around that, which is real interesting. So I want to introduce y'all. I'm going to introduce you to 2 more robots. Elon Musk, listen to this. He announced, so get ready for the Elon Musk clip this time. He announced that the Tesla bot is a humanoid, which is artificial intelligence, is coming out in 2022. And there's all these memes. 5 foot tall, 5'7", 125 pounds, and the head will be equipped with cameras. Your face would be a screen to display information and most likely work by touch control, kind of like these iPads I got around here. It can eliminate dangerous, repetitive, and boring tasks, which would have profound implications for the economy. So listen to Elon Musk. It used to sound like this was way in the future, y'all, but we're watching this happen. This is happening right now. So listen and watch Elon Musk.
Basically, if you think about what we're doing right now with the cars, Tesla is arguably the world's biggest robotics company because our cars are, like I said, semi-sentient robots on wheels. And with the full self-driving computer, essentially the inference engine on the car, which will keep evolving, obviously, and Dojo, and all the neural nets recognizing the world, understanding how to navigate through the world, it kind of makes sense to put that onto a humanoid form. We think we'll probably have a prototype sometime next year that basically looks like this. And it's intended to be friendly, of course, and navigate through a world built for humans and eliminate dangerous, repetitive, and boring tasks. We're setting it such that it is at a mechanical level, at a physical level, you can run away from it. And most likely overpower it. It'll be a light 5 miles an hour. You can run faster than that, it'll be fine. It's around 5'8", has sort of a screen where the head is for useful information, but it's otherwise basically got the autopilot system in it. So it's got cameras, got 8 cameras, full self-driving computer, and making use of all of the same tools that we use in the car. I mean, things I think that are really hard about having a useful humanoid robot is you cannot navigate through the world without being explicitly trained. I mean, without explicit, like line-by-line instructions. Can you talk to it and say, please pick up that bolt and attach it to the car with that wrench, and it should be able to do that. It should be able to, please go to the store and get me the following groceries. This, I think, will be quite profound, because if you say it like, what is the economy? It is at the foundation, it is labor. So what happens when there is
that's deep. Yeah. Unlimited labor. What happens when there is unlimited labor? And he said universal basic income, like, because and physical work would be a choice. Are y'all ready for a 5'7" robot in your house with an iPad screen on the face?
Wow.
No. That's unequivocal no. Anthony scares me in this house. He will come around the corner. I'll be like, "Whoo! Can you imagine that big old thing coming?" Because some of these robots can't walk upstairs, but I'm sure that robot that Elon is talking about, that's a human body. I bet you it can walk upstairs. I think everyone that's watching us on Facebook, we'd love to hear anybody. Is there anybody who's excited about it? Call us 313-778-7600. People ask about the privacy, and they say you don't have to worry about the privacy. You can definitely turn it off. Okay, like you could turn it off until you can't turn it off. Dorothy says, can it carry my groceries? Absolutely. Not just carry your groceries, but go to the store and get your groceries. So this is like your own private. I mean, of course, the companies will have robots to deliver your groceries, but this is your own private robot that does whatever you want it to do.
So I have a question, Caterina. Is there ever a time where we relinquish everything that we don't like doing and we don't do it ourselves? I mean, is just finding what's the word I'm looking for? There are things that you absolutely don't like doing, but I don't want to say it doesn't worry me or bother me, but it just seems like we've become such a microwave society. We've got to have it done right now. And, some things that we used to do, we're not doing anything because you can have somebody else do it for you. And I know there are times where delegation is totally in order, but it just seems like with all of like this robot, there's, are they going to be taking care of your children? And it can go, I guess what I'm saying is, while there's good aspects of it, I can see it going too far. And everything, you gotta in moderation. But, it's kind of scary to think, you think about some things that, you used to do that you don't do now. And I don't know, I have kind of mixed feelings. I love technology. I love new things, but there's some nostalgia things that, I want to keep around.
And the creativity. I mean, there's certain things that I didn't think I like to do, but when I do it, it's like, oh, that was it. It helped. I got creative or whatever. So interesting. They say 3 things that humans outdo robots: empathy, flexibility, and acceptability and trust. Anything that, they just empathy, which is important.
Well, what is our society going to come to? What are we going to do as a society when you have no human interaction with people? I mean, it saddened me to drive up and down the toll roads when those people are taken out of the booth. That used to break up my highway driving, when I could laugh with the woman or the man at the booth, give them my money. How's your day? Talk about the weather.
Right.
I mean, all those jobs are gone. There's no interaction on the interstate now. And so you just think about how many jobs are taken away. And in terms of communication and human touch, we talk about high tech, high touch. Everything is now high tech, no touch.
Right.
So
yeah.
I know some is necessary, But we just getting going too far, if you ask me, too far.
And think about it.
You know what? One of the things that we got to pay attention to is how far we've already come with the phones. We've come so far already with the phones. I mean, seriously, we all look around. You sit around at a restaurant, you sit around. People don't mind being in line anymore because they're on their phone. People, they have more people in the weight room now because people don't care because they're on their phones. And that means they're not talking to each other. So to know that this phone is more powerful than something that put us on the moon lets us know how easily it creeps into our life. This robot thing is creeping into life. Just like she said, the Jetsons said it was coming. I've always said whatever's on. I remember when the first fax machine came out. I said it's creeping in. It just keep creeping in. And it's going to be very interesting to watch how human behavior changes as it creeps in. Like, remember when you used to get on the subway? People used to say, get on the subway now, get off the subway now. Nobody's talking to you on the subway.
Right.
You go downstairs, you get your ticket, you get on, you get off. Nobody's talking to you.
Everybody is like this.
Right. Everybody
is,
so
and you know what?
We're
Just
there.
think about it. People don't even, a lot of people don't even call people anymore on their birthdays. It's a text message. You know, it's, you know, I'm going to give you a shout out on Facebook. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but just think about the last time you just picked up the phone to wish your girlfriend, your sister, a happy birthday, as opposed to, oh, let me just go ahead and send a text and check it's off your list, as opposed to, I'm going to go by the house. I mean, you don't even think, well, let me run by the house and take a present or take a card. A card?
Definitely, yeah.
You're sending cards? What is that? So I just think it's some things that are going to get lost in the technology age. And it's really sad. Like you said, Sabrina, you know, the interaction of people on the toll. I mean, just interaction of people, period. I mean, you literally can go somewhere and not talk to anybody. Go in a restaurant and everybody's like this. You're at dinner and you see nobody's talking at dinner. Everybody is checking this. And so you literally have to say at dinner, time out, everybody take your phone, put it in your purse, or confiscate the phone so that you can have some interaction at dinner.
Y'all,
I was so interested when y'all said, oh, go ahead.
I was just going to fit in and David is on hold. Let me know, Michael, if you're ready for David, let me know. We're going to go to David, but the very scary part is what is called transhumanist. A transhumanist seeks the continuation and acceleration of, anyways, I'm trying to get to the part of what it does. It is a human who is this one chick, whatever her name is, she's called a cyborg. I can't even say it. This is the part that makes my head hurt. She has undergone more than 50 surgeries, either on her own or with the help of other practical transhumanists like her, to implant chips into her body, make modifications to it, even implant things that would be like her credit card and stuff in her body, so that so it's going next level. And the transhumanists,
but that's a real person.
Yeah, and the transhumanists even have a political party that in the 2015 elections had its own candidate for president named Zoltan somebody. They're called transhumanists.
Oh my!
This is happening now. They put these neural chips.
Yeah,
that's deep.
And got a credit card in them, and they got run for president. Lord, we go from one hot mess to the next hot mess.
Let's go to David. David, we thank you for calling. We got issues. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still there. Katrina, for calling. Oh, yes.
Katrina, this artificial intelligence that humans are building, they're going to take this artificial intelligence is going to take out human beings. They're going to eliminate it. Because yes, artificial intelligence is capable of learning. And so what's going to happen, they're going to learn that humans are causing all this havoc on the planet. Species are being eliminated. Certain plants are being eliminated because of humans. The pollution, animals have been taken out, the rainforest being reduced. They're going to learn that if we take out the humans, this planet will be back to where it was a billion years ago. This is what's going to happen. It's going to be just like the movie Terminator. Terminate the human being. This stuff is dangerous. Everybody, because Americans, we as Americans, as human beings, we're getting lazy. We want somebody to do everything for us. We don't want to cut your grass. Humans don't want to go out and get their food. They want somebody to bring it to them. They want people who want to bring them their groceries. They want someone to take it to work. We are getting lazy, and the robots are going to see them. They're going to take them out. These humans. That's what we are. We're becoming a bunch of lazy people. And we want robots to do stuff for us.
You said it, David. We've watched it in movies for years and years and years. And so, of course, we pray that that is not the direction that it goes. But you said it right here on We Got Issues. We hear you. And I bet that some other folks out there would be like, listen to David. So thank you for calling us. Thank you for calling us. You know, we've had this Alexa in our house.
No, there's a lot of you that still like no Alexa, but the Amazon, instead of playing the clip, we don't have time for that, but Amazon Astro, be quiet, Alexa, she's trying to talk up in here. She uses advanced navigation technology to get around your house. You know how you leave your house and you're like, did I turn the stove off? You're going to have a robot in your house that can fly around and show you the stove. And if it's turned on, can turn it off for you. She can, you know, Anthony calls me for something and you can say, can you bring this to Anthony? You talk about being lazy. So that is Amazon.
You better be careful. You better watch out them robots. And can you go do something to my husband? Okay. And you come back and
and you ain't nobody loud up in here. Okay. Okay. So, but then there's all kinds of good things, you guys. Neural link chips can replace brain functions when people have been traumatized and they have had brain, you know, so it's just the unfortunate thing is technology it's just like money. It magnifies who you are. So in the hands of greedy people and evil folks, it's going to do evil. In the face of good people, and you know, it can do good. So it's just interesting. You heard it here today. And so, you know, you're going to see not just the Marvel universe, but right here on our universe. So are y'all ready for Sophia as your next door neighbor? Jules said, girl, Sophia, okay, she gonna be getting more sexy. So we thank you for listening to We Got Issues, and just tune on in to us tomorrow for the rest of the week, Monday through Friday, right here on 9:10 a.m. the Superstation, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern time every single day. Thanks for listening in. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.